Easter is coming pretty soon, and I have these two bracelets.
Monday morning blues. I open my eyes and I'm greeted by a cute little smile. The world is new.
Something that you'd probably find in a gift shop. This one has a little chick coming out of the egg. That's cute. Most of the beads have just, you know, decoration. And this one here has a little chick and an egg, a little butterfly.
Think of you and I'm not alone. You are everything.
Let's go ahead and separate this before I get too far along.
I found my piece of heaven.
This is where they glued it into the bead hole. It's a little harder to get out. Okay, it came out. Woohoo! It came out. So we got the two little chicks. Aw, do I have one odd chick? I do. I have 3 chicks.
Friday, life is a bliss.
For some reason I thought I had 4 of those. You can see these are fairly large holes, but I think I can work with that. My goal here is to make a couple of pairs of earrings and I think a necklace. I think a necklace is what we're going to do. So let's start with these two and make some earrings. A couple of head pins.
And the things that you do, 'cause you're everything under the sky so blue.
So head pins,
I found my piece of heaven.
tiny little silver plated bead. Trying to decide if I'm going to use these or not. What happens if we do? Let's take a look. Will my silver bead go right through that? It's going to hold it pretty good. Let's do the chick. Aren't those cute? And they're two-sided. It looks like it's wearing a little crown. I'm not sure if I like this spacer at the top. What happens if we just go with the silver plated bead? That looks a little goofy too. What else do we have here? I think what I need is a smaller spacer bead at the top. I need a smaller daisy spacer bead. I have some smaller ones here. That's better. Although I could put the smaller one at the bottom too. You know, I'm going to. I think these are too big after all. We'll go with the tiny little, I don't know what size this is. Maybe 3 millimeter. Yeah, I like that better. Okay. Let's redo this one. Maybe I can use these in the necklace. But I need something so that the head pin doesn't just go through that large hole on the bead. That's a pretty good size hole. Put a little, tiny little silver plated bead on top. Whoop, that jumped off. Ear wires. I keep moving things around. I always like to make sure that they match up in size because they can vary sometimes. Here we have our bead on the head pin. Bend it at the top of the bead, right angle. Cut it down to about 1/4 of an inch, give or take. And let's make a loop. But before I close it, I'm going to slip in the ear wire and then finish it up. Or you can make the loop and then open it up, whatever you prefer. So we have our first little, tiny little chick earring. Isn't that cute? I love it. I love that little bead. Let's finish off the second one. Put the ear wire on and finish it up. Close it up, I should say. Make sure it's straight. Easy peasy. 1 pair of little Easter egg earrings, Easter chick earrings. Done. Now, why don't we just go ahead and make these? It keeps rolling around, but it's cute too. 2 head pins, just basically the same thing that we just did. Using the small daisy spacer. Green bead with the chick. Now I could use the larger ones on here. Let's do that. Because this is a larger bead, it can handle the larger spacer, which makes me wonder if this little bead on top, my 3 millimeter, is going to be large enough for it. Yeah, I think that's going to be fine. Let's go ahead and finish the other one. Let's go back to the larger, almost like a star shape. You see it? Almost like a star. I'll show you here. Almost like a star shape.
We're the best of friends through thick and thin. That's what we always said and what you believe.
Cute. Make sure these are pretty much the same size. They look good.
Time and again you're let down by him. Then you turn to me to ask my advice. And I'm there for you to help you through all the heartache he is causing you. I wish you could see.
Make sure your beads are pushed all the way down before you do this. Bend at a right angle, trim it back about 1/4 inch, make a loop, close it all the way, and then open it again, or add your ear wire and finish closing it. Just make sure that it's closed up. Another pair of Easter earrings done. Let's set these aside. So this is what we have left, and this one little lonely chick. And I could continue to make more Easter earrings. I could make earrings with the butterfly or these eggs. You know, we could have 2 pink eggs earrings. But I think I'm going to make some type of necklace with this. So let me get some wire. I'm using 49 strand wire. Doris is not in business anymore, but I have a link for another brand. I think it's Beaded. I have a link in the description below this video. So let's start with some wire. And I think I'm going to start with about 10 or 12 inches of wire. I'll explain why in just a little bit, but just going to take off some and get started. I'm going to put a clip on the end because I'm not sure what all I'm doing yet. So I've got a clip here so the beads won't fall off. And I want some larger round silver plated beads, larger than what I've been working with. So I have some here. Put these in my little salt cellar. So let's start with one of these. Actually, I'm going to start with the smallest one first. The smallest. Why am I having trouble getting that through there? This is a little bit frayed on the end, so I'm having trouble getting it through. Let's give this a cleaner nip at the end. It was a little bit frayed. It didn't want to go through my bead. Then one of these. And I'm going to use these star spacers that came with it, with the original 2 bracelets. Where do I begin? Oh, I know what I forgot. If you saw my Valentine video, I worked with some pink plastic vintage beads. Let's put them in a bowl. Start with the pink one. Sound like I said penguin, huh? Pink one. And I've got lots of these little star spacers, so I'm definitely going to be working those in all throughout. I might just use them all. Start with a pink egg and a star spacer. And let's go to one of these white beads. Spacer. You know what? I'm going to back up a little bit. Let's add a round silver plated bead after the egg. No, I think I'll do the spacer. I create as I go. What can I say? I think that's how it goes with jewelry making, redesigning, refashioning, upcycling. You just kind of think as you go and play with it. I'm going to back up a little bit. I'm going to back all the way down to here. So I've got 2 silver plated beads and one of the star shaped spacer beads. Let's go to an Easter egg, a pink Easter egg, and a spacer, then a pink, and then a vintage pink, light pink, this pink, and then white, silver plated, star spacer, one of these glass beads, a little larger, star spacer, or you'll see here, I'll play some music while I build the rest of it, because I still might change my mind along the way.
I was never the one to write up a song for just anyone. I was always the one to find myself lost in long conversations. Oh, 'cause I've always been told that things will unfold if you keep on waiting. But then you came along and proved me all wrong. I was so mistaken, 'cause you glue all the pieces back together. Yeah, you take all my wrongs and make them better.
I forgot about these. That would be really cute in the middle here. Instead of having these 3 beads here. See what I mean about changing my mind? I'm going to go all the way back to here. And I'm going to instead include some of these fun looking beads with the little dots on them. I'm still going to use the pink, vintage pink, but then I'm going to put this really cool looking yellow bead with all the little dots, and then this pink. Oh gosh, which one do I want to put next? I think this one.
Yeah, you're making me wanna try forever. And I feel so free, oh my sweet baby.
So we put yellow here. Let's go with the aqua. And I'm sticking with the pinks on these vintage plastic beads instead of working in the white. I wasn't that crazy about the white.
I was never the one to give up the ghost. No, I was so stuck.
Just checking to see if I'm halfway there. Not quite. I guess I need to work in this peach. And I just realized I have the egg upside down, but I can fix that because I just have a clip on here. And I'm building the necklace this way. I'm going to turn this egg around. Give me 20 acres and I'll turn this egg around, if you know that song. Do you know that song? What is that song? Give me 40 acres and I'll turn this egg around, or is that 20 acres and turn this egg around? Oh no, that's not egg, that's truck. Turn this truck around. Let me just make sure it's clipped. There, I like the egg that direction a little better.
Kept on playing my part, wanting to give up cause nothing was changing. But with you it's so clear, and now that you're here I see colors in every spectrum. Guess I finally learned my lesson.
It's getting windy outside. I have a shrub outside the window that's tapping on the window, so if you hear something, it's wind. We might even get snow today. I think I need to go with the light pink, and this time I put the aqua in here. I'm getting really close to that halfway point. I'm going to work in this tiny little bail. So I need to be up against a larger bead because of the large hole in this bail. So what am I going to do here? I could just eliminate this completely here. Let's try this. Okay, the bead's not going through there, so that's a really good thing. But I also realize that I have 2 pinks left, and I need this on the other side of the bail. So let's back down again in the middle here. And yes, I could have laid everything out on a bead tray, and I wouldn't be second guessing myself, but what fun is that, right? What fun is that? I'm just playing here. I'm just going along and creating as I go. I don't like the hole in that one. So let's put this bead, this pink bead, on the other side, and a light pink. So now I'm trying to follow the pattern here.
'Cause you glue all the pieces back together. Yeah, you take all my wrongs and make them better. Yeah, you're making me wanna try forever. And I feel so free, oh my sweet baby.
It's looking pretty good. I almost wish I had put the pink egg down here, and I almost think that this should be down here because it looks heavy here. It's so much larger than the egg. But I am going to put a pendant on here, and I'm not sure if I'm using the butterfly or this last little chick. Kind of seems like it should be the little chick, right? I put the chick there, and I'm not crazy about the peach. Oh, here we go again. Working as I go, trying to decide.
And I think to myself, and I'm thinking out loud, we won't need nothing else for the rest of our time.
Is this plan B or plan C? I'm not sure anymore. Let's put the butterfly in here. You know I'm doing this for fun.
Of our time, and I know it so well. I will always be by your side. 'Cause you glue all the pieces back together. Yeah, you take all my wrongs and make them better. Yeah, you're making me wanna try forever. And I
Butterfly.
forever, and I feel so free, Oh, my sweet baby.
Well, this is where I need to decide how I'm finishing it, because although I have another pink egg, I don't have another yellow bead like this. So this is what I need to really think about changing out to something else, and I'm not sure what. It's too bad I don't have another one. Anyone, underneath anything here? Oh, guess what? There was another yellow one. I was just joking around when I was picking things up, and I found a yellow one hiding behind these. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited about that. That is fantastic. Now I'm beginning to wonder if I'm running out of wire. If I should have cut it a little bit longer, because this is really getting close. In fact, can you believe this? I don't have room. I don't think I do. I don't think I have room. Oh, it's going to be tight. I should have cut off a little more wire. And I know better than that. Always cut off more. Oh, this is so sad. It's so sad that I'm running out of wire. Look at all these eggs over here. Do I need the pink eggs up there? Do I need it? Not necessarily. Besides, you're probably wondering how this is going to be a necklace when it's so short. I'm going to add something else to the top of it. But yeah, this has me really thinking here. But the yellow is kind of needed. The yellow is needed for the little chick. Although he's much smaller than these beads. I might have to think about this for a minute. I decided to take off the pink egg. I have two toggles. I have these two pieces from Toggle Class without the toggle part, the bar without the bar. I could eliminate the larger bead, finishing off with a little 3mm silver plated bead. I have a tiny crimp tube at the end. I'm going to go up through the loop in this part of the toggle that I'm using. I'm using it, well, you'll see how I finish this off. I'm going to go back down through the crimp and through, I need to pull on that just a little bit. I want this to fit into one of the beads just a little bit. You know, I still have the other end with a clamp, so I can adjust that at any time. And I'm going to crimp this with a crimping tool. I'm going to press it down. I want the toggle to have some movement, a little bit, not too much. Crimp this. That's the first part. And then I'm going to rotate it and put it in the front part of the crimping tool. Crimp it and rotate it. Aren't these always fun to do? They don't always cooperate. And just kind of rotate it around. Give it a few crimps. Make sure it's not going anywhere. I'm going to thread this back through my beads. I'm going to loosen this up on the other end just a little bit, so I can get this through my beads. Always like it to go through a couple of them, and then I'm going to push all the beads down and make sure it's not sticking out anywhere. Okay, make sure it's not sticking out. Then we'll take I'm going to go down to the smaller size of going down to the 3mm. Add this tiny little crimp tube. Make sure your beads are pushed to the end. Always make sure your beads are pushed down so that your wire is not sticking out. And when you're happy with that, I'm going to thread it through here. Again, it's just one part of a toggle clasp. Thread it through the crimp tube and the first bead and a couple of other beads is the goal. Okay, I'm going to have to pull on this a little bit, then thread it through a couple of beads, at least one, preferably two, and pull on it a little more, tightening it up a little bit. Okay, I see it here. There's that little piece. Get a hold of it. Got that little tail sticking through there. Get a good grip on it. Push your beads back and just kind of push this down and give it a little tug. You have to do a little at a time. What I need to do is pull this through a little bit. You don't want too much of a gap, so you just have to play with it. Hope you can see what I'm doing. It's hard because I'm not really looking through the camera right now. I'm paying attention to what I'm doing. I do need a little movement here. I think it's pretty good. I'll be trimming this off eventually, the tail.
Baby.
I like to use nail clippers to clip this off. This is part of the necklace, but it's obviously too short. Let's clear off our table and find some chain. Oh, before we find some chain, let's go ahead and make our little accent pendant here.
'Cause you glue all the pieces back together. Yeah, you take all my wrongs and make them better. Yeah, you're making me wanna try forever. And I feel so free. Oh, my sweet baby.
I'm going to make a really nice loop, and I'm going to go ahead and close it all the way up, and then I'm going to open it sideways. I wanted to make sure that loop was really nice. Open it sideways and fit it on here. And the nice thing is this little chick is two-sided. I like that. It's going to spin around, but at least it's two-sided. And I could have put this on here at the same time I was putting the bail on here, but I didn't want it to get beat up, you know, moving it around too much. So this is what we have so far. And I need some chain to finish this off. I've always liked this chain. It's just a simple link chain, but it has some texture on it. So we are going to connect this chain to this ring. And I think I'm going to use a jump ring for that. A nice thick jump ring. Hopefully that will go through both pieces. I'm not sure, it might not be large enough. Here's my backup, about a 8mm. Let's try the smaller one. It's about a 6mm. Let's see if I can get it to go through here and through here and close it up okay. Okay, made it. And we have to think about what length we want the necklace to be. I mean, we've got quite a bit of necklace just in this part. Well, it would help if I turn my ruler around now, wouldn't it? If I wanted an 18-inch necklace, and this is my focal point, I would need to stop right about the 9-inch mark here before the pendant drop. So I wouldn't really need that much chain. But I think I want to make this a little bit longer. So let's just bring this down to 20. Again, I'm stopping right here at the top of the pendant, right here on the bail, and bringing it down to 10 inches. And of course, we'll have the clasp as well. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to separate the chain right here. And I guess I haven't picked out my clasp yet. Let me get that. I have a really nice size lobster clasp here. And even though it comes with this little piece, this little component to hook it into, I really don't like those very well. So let's get back to this. We're making a 10-inch drop, coming up to here, finding my little cut. It's very shiny, so it's sometimes hard to see. Opening that up to remove the excess chain. And sometimes I use a closed jump ring here, but I think I'm going to use just a nicely weighted jump ring. This is not wire going through here, it's chain. I don't have to worry about it working its way through the little split cut in the jump ring because it's not wire going through here, it's just chain. So I'm going to go with this jump ring on the end, just giving it a little pinch to make sure it's even. So we need to match up the same amount of chain to the other end. I really don't need the ruler anymore for that. I need another jump ring. I think these are 6mm. Let's connect a piece of the chain, the last link, to this ring, which used to be a toggle clasp. Just wiggle this a little bit till it's lined up, give it a little pinch. Now, let's see. So, where are we here? I'm right here. I just have to find the cut in the jump ring, remove the chain that I don't need. I'm going to go ahead and close this up. And then I need to attach the lobster clasp, and always make sure your lobster clasp is working before you attach it, because sometimes they're not. I need another little jump ring. If you like this video, give it a like, comment, and if you haven't done so, please subscribe. Put this in the last loop of the chain and then into the lobster clasp. Close it up. And because this is a necklace that is very symmetrical, meaning there's not a lot of leeway to adjust the chain part without it throwing everything off, so I'm not putting an extension chain on here. That's kind of why I chose to go with 20 inches instead of the typical 18 inches. We have matching little chick earrings, so I'll probably put this together as a set. Here's our necklace with a cute little chick pendant and cute little chick earrings. And then I have these earrings with the little chick and the green. And I still have these beads that I could make some earrings with. I'm still not crazy about the peach, to tell you the truth, although this color is somewhat in this year. But I think I will make some earrings with the pink. Oh, what the heck, I'll make one peach too. All right, let's do it.
Hey, all right. The sky is blue, the sun is high. Sitting here on my own, I think of you, you're on my mind, you know. To me that's alright. Green grass on my neighbor's lawn. Maybe I should take a stroll. And to me that's alright. To me that's alright. I spend my days just dreaming about you. Well, now that's just what I will do. I'm telling you, the sky is blue, the sun is high. I'm sitting here on my own. I think of you, you're on my mind, you know. To me that's alright. Green grass on my neighbor's lawn. Maybe I should take a stroll. And to me that's alright. You know, to me that's alright. You know, to me that's alright.
From the 2 bracelets that I started out with, this is all I have left. I made the chick earrings, the green chick earrings, some Easter egg earrings, 2 that are pink and 1 that is kind of a peachy orange, and the necklace. And for those of you who paid really close attention and noticed that I had made a mistake in my necklace, yes, I made a mistake. I was missing a spacer bead. Well, I went back and fixed it. Thanks for watching. I'm Vicki with Avante Jewelry, and Mark and I will see you soon.